Tell me what you wanna give, how much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you want till when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you.
trade.
It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and our home team. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
That's trash. That's trash. Check.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Everyone's got four down.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. I got it. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Defense wins championships, baby. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Touchdown, defense.
And the Texans, first down.
54. Check 93's the mic.
A first down carry now for Miller. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Don't get nervous. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Check 93.
Out of the gun, Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Houston.
19. 57. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
They go back to the ground now with Miller. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mike. Ready. Black. What you got? You must be dreaming.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. He won't go down. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. P.J. Hall there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Texans' 49-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 41.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The toss out to Barkley. $17 yards and a giant first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Winston letting one go deep for, and he's got his man. Beckham, touchdown Giants. Odell Beckham, his 11th touchdown of the year, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Miller running right. B.J. Goodson there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set. 19. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Shoot.
On 1st down, it's Miller. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Lamar Miller. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Let's go. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. I don't even know why this team showed up. 59. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Watch the slats. Watch the slats. Trump.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Steps away to his left. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check right.
Now Winston gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Ready. 280. 3 bud.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Saquon Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Flag, what is that? 51. I don't think you got it, son.
They'll run on first down. Hilliard. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now a give, right side. Hilliard. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
I know you feel that.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Check three, check three.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Dontrell Hilliard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Texans first down.
Check 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist.
On first down, Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
It's gonna be a check 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Stay with your man. Check 93's the mic.
Back to throw, Watson. His throw incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Play. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Okay, double.
Here's Watson operating from the gun. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Wait. Where we go?
Winston now. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Now the Texans will use one of their... Two remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hey, defense.
The final shot before the break. Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 35. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down now, Hilliard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tighten down. There you go.
Here's Winston. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
Winston. It's caught. Beckham. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. He'll run it and avoids the contact by sliding. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Berry, the safety, comes flying in for the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now this throw caught left side, and he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Texans.
From the 50, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Alert! Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hustle. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hey, tight.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Motion. Hey, 31. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They'll run. It's Hilliard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down. Giants on a pickup of 14.
That's good for the Giants. First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Blue lady. Let's get the ball.
Now a carry here for Hilliard. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
You ain't got nothing. Green, triple T.
Now on 2nd and 16. Winston. This is Shepard on the catch. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away.
The Texans take over. Let's go, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
put it mildly. That is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tenth carry now for Lamar Miller. Miller with first down and more. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. On 1st and 10, Watson forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
From the red zone now, Watson. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Giants 23, Texans 16.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake. And a loose football, and the Texans scoop it. Room here to run. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Hilliard, and he'll be taken down right around the 27.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 3.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Watson now to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Come on.
Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, it's Miller. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Check
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get in there now. No. Me. Put his voice down. He's coming. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hey, watch the slant.
Watson. It's wearing the tight end with it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check.
This is Miller. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now it's Watson. It's complete. It's Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
This is it! 18! Watch the run, watch the run!
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch it, watch it. 59! Check, 81, crunch.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Tie it right. Hey, we got 3 down.
They'll run on first down. Miller. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So how about that comeback that we just witnessed going into the 4th quarter? I don't know that we had written them off, but it looked bleak. They were able to get it done.
They put up a barrage of points and reeling them in and running them down and winning it. Wouldn't you love to be in their locker room right now? Think about the energy that's radiating out of there right now. They're talking about belief, sticking together, and finding a way to win.
So for the Texans, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the home team here, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.